YouTube babes. So it has been 2 months now. I am wrapping up my second month of bodybuilding, my improvement season, my off season. Um, it's been going super well. So I just thought I'd do a little update like I did last month because I think the updates are pretty cool. Plus, it'd be really fun to go back and rewatch the updates month by month. So yeah, month two has been so much better, so much more balanced. I have developed a good work life gym relationship now with myself. The balance is it's just good. Month one was really rocky. I was getting super exhausted, super tired. I was taking so long at the gym for doing my workouts because it's just a different way of training, a different way of focus, because we want to work on really isolating muscle groups, really focusing on that mind to muscle connection. Warming up is super important. Um, yeah, all the things. And I have been working on my posing a lot, and it's improved a ton in 2 months. And it's really cool to see. Um, I'm so excited to see the next how many more months? 7 months? The next 5 to 7 months? Oh my gosh, it's gonna fly by so fast. 2 months has already flown by hella fast. Um, but yeah, anyways, so month two has been going really well. We have been focusing on form a lot. Coach is super happy with the progress that I made in the gym with all of my lifts. The feedback, she it's just everything's going well. It's all going well. My food has been really good. I'm up 5 pounds, I think, this month and last month. Um, yeah, my energy is a lot better too, which is good because I was just needing a nap all the time. But I have started prioritizing myself a little bit more versus just constantly grinding, constantly going. Um, but yeah, you can't keep running on an empty tank. And we're sticking to the diet. I have been doing a cheat meal every Sunday, and I fit it into my calories, macros. So usually a little cheat. I ask chat, or I'll tell Chad, I'm thinking of having this for my cheat meal. How many macros do you think I should put aside for this cheat meal? How many calories do you think it will be estimating? And I'll give it the place that I want to go to and the exact meal that I want. And then it kind of gives me an estimated breakdown on what to take out of my daily macros. And that has been super helpful. So I haven't been eating too much out of my calories or too much out of my macros. Um, and that's on that. My lifts. My lifts are like truly shocking, actually. Like my quad lifts, like, dude, I each week, sometimes it's not even a full week. Like my quad day from Saturday to when was it? Thursday, freaking 50 pounds heavier. My, like, each week, my leg press just gets between 50 to 70 pounds heavier. And it's absolutely mind blowing. Absolutely mind blowing. My muscles are changing super fast too, which is so cool. Like, I don't really see the small changes. I know my coach sees it and she's really proud of me each week, but I really don't see it until I see it. Like, for me, I can feel the weight change. I can feel the bloating. I can feel the heaviness. I can feel my clothes fitting a little bit more snug and stuff like that. But to actually see the muscles changing is huge because we're usually the last ones to see our own progress. And it's just absolutely shocking seeing it so fast within 2 months. 2 months, guys. I've only been doing this 2 months. And usually when I bulk, I pack on fat very easy. And I become a walking blueberry. Literally, like, every time I try to bulk, I would just lose my shape and I would feel so disgusting and just not pretty because I was just a bit round. But I'm maintaining shape very well right now, going up in weight, and my body fat is slowly going up too, which is expected because we're eating a lot more, we're doing a lot less cardio, things like that. My goal in lifestyle was always I want to look like I gym outside of the gym. I want people to look at me and be like, yo, she works out. She goes to the gym. She lifts weights, bro. Do you even lift? And I'm finally sitting in that area where people look at me and they automatically are like, so what gym do you go to? And it's cool. Or they'll compliment my arm muscles and stuff like that, and it just makes my day hearing that because I've always wanted to be on that athletic look level, you know what I mean. And I'm just always flexing. Like, I told my husband, I was like, the day that I start getting biceps, I'm always gonna be flexing and you're gonna be sick of me. And you know sick of me. If he sees the shoulder flex one more time, he's probably going to throw a dumbbell at my head. So everything has been really good. And my mental health, honestly, about for at least two weeks out of this month, my mental health was just absolute garbaggio, absolute garbaggio, absolute rubbish. Especially this past week, my depression really takes a toll on me. Once it takes a toll on me, it's absolutely insane. And then it seems like a lot of that, I don't know, it just, when you're low, it's like everybody and their mother has something to say, and it's usually not nice. It's usually not nice. In fact, most of the time it's not nice. Especially telling you to get over it, telling you that it's not real, telling you it's this, telling you it's that, telling you you would feel better if you stopped doing this. Like, for one, you don't know me, And it's just, people always have something to say and they always have an opinion. And a lot of the times it's projecting. Like, they see you at a weak point, and so they want to take advantage of it and make themselves feel better. And that's usually how it goes. People like picking on weaker people. And when my depression is showing, I am a weaker person in the moment. Like, of course I'm strong for like carrying on and like going about my day and being able to realize it's only temporary, since I've had this since I was a child, essentially. um I just know I utilize that unplugged feeling to be able to just go through the motions and constantly remember it's just a day. It's just a day. And not every day will feel like this. You already know this. You've already been through it. Like, even in your darkest moments when you think you wouldn't make it out, you made it out. It's just a blip in time. Like, if you look back at all the things that you thought you wouldn't make it through and you made it through it, like, how little did that last compared to your whole life? And so, yeah, so I've just been in a hanging on, going through the motions type of grind until I started feeling better, which I do now. And it's really important to surround yourself with people who understand you and who get you, because they're your safe space. The good vibes from good people, it will always make you feel better. People always say, like, you are who you hang out with, and it's so true. And when you hang out, when you're working in a toxic environment around toxic people, like, the toxicity, it rubs off on you, and it's so easy to get caught up in those moments, and now you're part of the toxicity. And it just really takes a toll on you until you step back and you're like, wait, this isn't me. This isn't me at all. This is them. And now I'm starting to reflect on them because I'm with them for so long during the day, you know. Sometimes you just have to chill and step back and remember who you are. Remember your strength, like let them project. Let them project, shake it off. Honestly, who the F really cares? At the end of the day, people could say this, people could do this. Who cares? It's your life. What you hang on to, what you allow to hang on to in that moment, that's what matters. And that's what's going to carry you. So you want to make sure you're hanging on to the good, you're hanging on to the positive, especially if you could relate to me. Because I know once I really let go of the positives, everything started spiraling. Literally, I start losing touch with reality. Then I start second guessing everything because I can't really tell, since the inside of me feels so chaotic in the moment. I can't separate reality from like what's going on mentally. And so it's just really important to hang on to those people that want to see you do better and want to see you thrive and want to see you live. My goal this year was to feel alive. And like, it's God has really had my back this year. We don't see things in the moment. Everything is hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. And my goal this year was to feel alive, was to be alive, to live. And what does that mean? That can mean differently to each and everybody. But to me, it meant waking up and saying, I love my life. I love myself. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. And it was seeing the positives and experiencing the true feeling of that happiness that comes out of things, like that was my goal this year. Last year, I took the whole year to heal from my grief. I took the whole year to discover myself. I took the year to truly come in touch with myself. And this year is about connecting with myself and allowing the feelings to feel. Like, I wrote out a list of things to remember this week because I needed to remember who I am in the chaotic feeling. And you know what? Let me go get my note. Okay. Note has been received. So what I was going to say, actually, maybe a few of you need this too. So I'll just name off everything I wrote down because I really needed it. And if you're having a hard week, a hard few weeks, a hard month, just remember, less is more. Less will always be more in every aspect, whether it's talking less and listening more, doing less and accepting more. Sometimes you don't have to be the one that's always giving because it's exhausting. It's really good to be a receiver sometimes. The next one I wrote was honestly, who the fuck cares? Because honestly, who the fuck cares? Don't let insecure people try to knock you down. It's just not worth it. Remain true to yourself. This is what I was trying to remember about the note. Welcome peace in the darkness. When you feel like you're just falling in this dark hole and it's a never-ending pit, and you're falling essentially, or maybe you've hit the bottom and it's just complete darkness, and you don't know how you're going to climb back up, and you're just sitting there and it feels stationary, feels really alone, welcome peace. Allow peace to come through you. You don't have to sit there in the darkness with all the feelings. You don't have to have all the negativity bottled up and just building and building inside of you. Welcome the peace, welcome the calm. It is honestly your choice whether you're going to deny peace or if you're going to allow it to take over. Because I know when I go through those depressive moments, it's so easy to isolate myself. It's so easy. It's so easy to isolate myself, to deny help from everybody. It's so easy to sit in negativity and think negative and just all of the things, and to deny the people that are good, to deny the good that's in the world. Like God gives you signs that not everything is bad. And it's so easy to deny those. It's so easy to deny the feelings. I don't know what it is, but usually when you're low, you want to feel low. It's like you're self punishing yourself. Just learn that it's okay to welcome the peace, even if it's for a second. The next one was release and be soft. You don't have to be hard all the time. I know the world can be hard. And what you've experienced. You're not your experience. You're not your trauma. You're not your depression. You're not your mental health. You're not the hard. But you do allow yourself to be it, growing through it, flourishing through it. That's what matters, and that's what keeps you going. That allows you to be soft. You don't have to be another miserable person walking around. We have so many of those. It's okay to be a flower. It's okay to be a flower. The next one was a reminder to myself, because I didn't realize the short amount of time that I've been working. I work hard for a lot that I did not have only 5 months ago. I work hard for a lot that I didn't have 5 months ago. That's actually insane. And now, what is another 5 months going to bring me? Am I going to continue working for it? Am I going to continue battling? Am I going to continue going through the hard moments? What I do with my actions is what's going to determine the outcome. Same for you. They honestly don't know me at all. People will always have some kind of idea of you. They'll always think about you as this or that and think they can read you so well and think they know you so well. They don't know you. Only you truly know yourself, And the closest people that honestly see you and connect with you, those are the ones that know you. But even them, they only get a piece of you. Maybe it's a big piece, but there's still chunks that are missing, Always stay true to yourself. Always stay true to yourself. And always remember, the outside voices, they don't matter. Why would they matter when they don't know you? God has and always will bless me. I am still alive, and I am worth life, and I'm also worth love. These are things that I like to remind myself. I like to do like 5 things I'm grateful for that day. Like I still journal every morning, and that helps so much with grounding. It helps me reconnect with my inner self when I really don't feel good inside. Sometimes you got to go through the motions. But you also have to take care of yourself. And that's kind of where I was this month, with learning how to find balance and find peace and find calm through like these new experiences that I'm bringing into my life. Because for one, if it's new, you're probably not going to be good at it at first. You're most likely going to suck. Beginner's luck only goes so far. So you have to continuously work on yourself, on the skill, on going through the motion. You have to develop being good at what you're trying to do, and doing that, it's a daily effort. It's a mental challenge. And really, everything you do, there's a whole mental aspect of it. There's like the social battery, your mental health, sleep. There's the exhaustion. You have physical exhaustion, mental exhaustion, spiritual exhaustion. There's like a lot of things that tie into new experiences, and then it's so easy to give up if you don't feel like you're good enough versus like trying to do better. And you know a lot of us, we don't like judgment, but criticism is always good. Criticism is what helps you grow. So if you want to improve and you don't know where you need to improve, always ask an outside voice what they think, because getting an outside opinion, maybe they'll see things that you don't see, you know? Um, okay. I think my rant is over. That's my update. That's my little update for my bodybuilding journey. Like bodybuilding isn't just physical, it's a lot of mental too, especially if you're doing a lot more than just going to the gym, which a lot of us are doing. We work full times. We work full time, but we are wives. Maybe you could work full time, you could go to school full time, you're a mother, you're a wife, you're bodybuilding at the same time. Like there's a lot more than just things being black and white. And there's a lot of people that want to look at you and only see black and white. And I really didn't understand when people said bodybuilding is a lonely sport. You know, it can be lonely. Like I actually experienced that loneliness this month, and it was really nice, like allowing myself to connect with somebody who shares the same love for bodybuilding and is on the same mental wavelength as me, and is, it's really nice having somebody that wants it as bad as you do and is also doing a lot more than just bodybuilding, balancing life and then still trying to learn how to love life at the same time. Like there's just so much that goes into it that a lot of people don't see. You don't have to talk about everything. You don't have to share everything with everybody. You don't have to always be an open book. Like if you want to, sure, if they ask. Don't just share everything because you want to share it. Share it to the people who care. Share it to the people that ask. Yeah. Update, a little mental health share. I think that's actually all that I wanted to cover or needed to cover. There wasn't much, just a lot of improvement, a lot of finding myself, finding balance, discovering, craving more, being a good little trainee to my coach. I do everything she tells me to do without anything. Whatever Sierra says, I do it. In Sierra we trust. I am actually kind of excited for next month to see how the next month is going to go. My recap. Um, I think next month I want to do a little different recap and maybe show some clips of. My brain just broke right now. Sorry. Some clips of how my month went. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment below. If there's anything that you would actually like to see, or if you have any questions about anything from me, just drop a comment. I literally am an open book. There's really nothing that I am not willing to talk about open.